Yo, hoBROs, here we are at Venice Beach, just chilling. Dogs, we're gonna get our good health, live long, stay healthy groove on right now.
Yeah.
Damn, well, hoBROs, you must know I'm from Georgia. Mason jar, big mouth. That damn 20-second workout, man, I'm already sweating. Look at me. I'm all dirty like a Georgia Bulldog.
How you doing, hoBRO? How you feeling?
Good, good, good.
I'm glad you get some water, and that's important.
Yes. I wish it was beer, but, you know, water suffices.
I probably wish it was beer, too, right now. I'm ready for the end of the day. Sweet. So that was fun, getting to kind of see where you're at physically.
Or where I'm not at.
Or where you're, yeah, exactly. What you need to get to.
Yes.
But things weren't as bad. Like, you actually have some okay range of motion in certain directions, so
that's what she said.
We can get you. I say that all the time, and nobody thinks it's funny when I say it. I want to talk about your nutrition now too, because when it comes to weight loss,
yeah,
as much as working out is important for your heart health and to help speed up weight loss and to build muscle, what you eat and what you put in your body is really going to be a huge factor, the bigger factor in bringing the weight down and keeping you healthy over the long term. So I have a few questions I'm going to ask you, and then I'm also going to get your body weight. I'm going to get a couple measurements, and I'm also going to do a body fat test and kind of see where you land on that.
Okay, great.
I use different things to track different people. I always kind of pay attention to all those things with everybody, but for certain people, you know, just their measurements works better for them. For other people, tracking their weight works for them.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take all of those today, and then we might do some progress pictures. You want to get some like some before pictures, so that we can look back on them in 6 months and see how far you've come.
Sounds great.
Hopefully you won't be a fat ass anymore.
Hopefully, one can hope, one can dream.
One can always dream. All right. So first thing, let me get logged in here.
I know your password. It's amahadi.com.
That's
your website.
Everything. Somebody stole my photos and put it on there once. All right, first thing, let's go get your weight. I got to go do it on the hard floor over there.
Okay.
So do you have any idea what you do weigh?
What I do weigh?
Yeah, do you know what you weigh?
200 and bacon. No, 200 and like 30 maybe? 220, between 220 and 230.
Okay, what's last time you weighed yourself?
Like a week ago, it was 226 or something.
And so do you weigh yourself regularly then, like you have
No,
since?
I don't regularly. Just like if I'm feeling extra fat and I ate like a big old huge meal, I'm like, I wonder how much I weigh. But it's more of like, what the fuck.
Isn't that hilarious that you weigh yourself after you've eaten a lot?
Yeah, dude.
You should do it the other way around.
No, I totally do that. I totally, like I'm the guy that like eats a big old thing, like a triple cheeseburger and 2 beers, and I'm like, man, I feel really fat. Like I feel like I put on weight. But then like if I haven't eaten in like 12 hours and I went and did something.
You don't go weigh yourself then?
I don't go weigh myself, nor do I.
Do you think that's self-loathing? Do you think it's like you want to go tell yourself?
No, because I really don't give a shit. right. So I'm just completely don't care. But
right, it's just curiosity.
It's just curiosity.
That burger made you weigh.
Yeah, kind of like when you see a car wreck and you want to see what's in there, and there's like limbs and stuff. That's
so you're equating your weight gain to a car wreck?
Maybe a train wreck is more accurate.
All right, let's go check out the weight.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
That's a big old mirror.
It is a big old mirror.
I do the same thing all the time.
That's awesome.
All right, let's see what it's at.
Okay.
If you want to kick your shoes off, you can. Unless you have holes in your socks, you can leave them on.
I
know you're a hobo.
I am a hobo.
Fucking scale.
See?
233. All right, so I'm going to guesstimate about 3 pounds in clothing, maybe even 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Whenever I do track people's weight, I always tell them to do it first thing in the morning.
Okay.
before they eat and after they take a dump.
Because that could be a big old 5-pounder.
It can be like a burger burrito dump, and then you're like 5 pounds lighter. Exactly.
Like Dave England style.
So before you eat, after you dump, and then that's kind of your baseline. And then to just do it once a week on the same day. So you're not doing it every day because your water fluctuates, all that stuff fluctuates.
My water breaks sometimes.
And then you have wet pants.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, then I was just like, oh, I just had a 40, so that makes sense.
You're like, I just spilled.
I just spilled.
That was not my weight. All right.
Same day, once a week. Copy that.
Same day, once a week, on an empty stomach. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So, I'm going to ask you a few questions here, and then we'll get to the other measurements in a moment. So, how old are you?
42, going to be 43 in a month. So
42.
42 and 11 12s.
And we had you down at 233. And what's your height?
6'2", just under 6'2", 6'1" and 3/4.
2. Okay. So, I'm going to ask you some questions, just get a sense of how you live your life. First of all, tell me what you do for a living.
Okay.
And then I want to know what sort of a day in the life of hoBRO is like. Like, when do you wake up? Okay. What do you eat throughout that day?
Okay.
When do you work? What do you do with your body when you work? When do you go to bed? Do you nap?
Okay.
Give me sort of the overall picture.
Okay, this is going to be fun. So what I do for a living...
This is where I get to make the jokes.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. What I do for a living, most of the time I'm producing feature films.
Okay.
It's a high-stress job.
I can imagine.
Which means most of the time when I'm in pre-production or shooting, it's a lot of on my feet all day.
Okay.
Long days, 16, 18-hour days, occasionally 22-hour days, not a lot of sleep. As far as waking up, usually early, you know. I mean, when I'm in production, it's usually pretty early, sometimes very early.
So not a lot of patterns with your sleep? Or do you
No,
make a point to get a lot of sleep?
Fuck no.
Okay.
No patterns. Patterns are completely all over the place.
Patterns are non-existent.
Yeah. So wake up early, you know, and then as far as eating, I don't hardly ever eat breakfast. I'm not a breakfast dude. I eat a big lunch usually. And in the film business, another weird thing that you may want to know is if we're shooting at night, sometimes we shoot in days, sometimes we shoot at night, right? So we call lunch like the middle of the day, regardless if it's 4 in the morning or 4 in the afternoon or whatever.
Gotcha.
So I eat that big meal generally at that break period.
Gotcha.
All the time, even in my personal life.
Okay.
I've developed that habit over the years.
What do you mean you in your personal life? So like 4 hours after you wake up?
Or more than that, like 6 to 8 hours after I wake up.
Okay.
So I won't eat breakfast. If I do, it's like, and I'm not healthy, obviously. I don't eat fruit for fucking breakfast. I eat like a bagel or a donut, coffee type thing. And then I have a big meal in the middle of the day. And then dinner, when I'm by myself, I don't usually eat a heavy dinner. It depends. But when I'm in the States, because I live in Thailand, that's a whole other story. But when I'm in the States, I'm like making up for all the food I can't get there. So I eat like cheeseburgers and pizzas and stuff. Gotcha. Because over there I eat like fish heads and vegetables and all the good stuff.
Do you feel healthier when you're over there?
Oh yeah, a lot healthier.
Gotcha.
I lose like 30 pounds in a month to 6 weeks, and I still drink, but not as much as I drink here.
Right.
So I feel a lot healthier there. Yeah. Okay. So then, because I'm getting older, I usually like fall asleep before I really go to sleep for the night, you know what I mean? But if I'm working, I don't have that option. But like on a normal day, if I go home and have a beer, I'll like fall asleep watching Netflix for 30 minutes. Right. And then I'll wake up again for another 3 hours, and then I'll go to sleep for the night. Gotcha. And I'm usually a late sleeper. Like I go to sleep at 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay.
So.
I know you mentioned that you take a break from drinking every year for 100 days. Yeah. And then the rest of the year you excessively imbibe.
I make up for those 100 days. Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me 2 things. First of all, 1, what is excessive drinking to you? Like how much do you drink when you're in your drinking period? Yeah. And then also, why do you take the 100 days?
Okay, cool. Well, these are some fucking good questions, hoBROs. So let me see. That was a 2-part question.
What is excessive drinking to you?
Okay.
And how much do you drink?
I drink when I'm drinking. You know, I could easily have 2 to 3 beers at a sitting almost every night. Let's say 5 nights out of 7 nights a week. And then if it's like a Saturday, I'll go to a party, and then I'm going to do like, you know, a couple shots, and then like 3 beers, and then maybe a glass of wine. Like it depends on the party, but you know, it's going to be a lot. Stretched over like an 8-hour period or whatever, right? Right. And then for the 100 days, which is actually a Thai thing, it's called Kalp and Sa, and it's like in the summer all the way to Halloween, so like mid-July or early July all the way to Halloween. Basically, it's 100 days, depending on where the moon falls, because they go by the lunar calendar there, like Chinese people do.
Right.
Anyways, so that's no alcohol whatsoever, nothing, zero.
Is that like everybody in Thailand?
Well, it's like,
a large percentage.
Think of it like a large percent. It's like, you know how Catholics do Lent for 40 days?
Right.
It's a very similar. So most of them do it out of guilt or whatever, but
Right.
not all of them do it.
Right.
I do it for several reasons. One, to make sure I'm not an alcoholic, make sure I have self-control, repair my liver, and then it's just a cool thing. And it's also like, you know, my wife's Thai, so they have all their belief system about how it's sort of like cleansing of the system.
Right.
So I do it for that too. And I've actually been doing it since 2006, so this is 2015, so 9 years. This will be my 9th year
of doing it. Okay, so we kind of have a general sense of your sleep patterns and your work patterns of being pretty inconsistent, particularly when you're working. When you're not working, do you have any sort of patterns to your days that you stick to?
When I'm not working, I stay up even later, so I might go to bed at 3 or 4 in the morning.
Okay.
And then I'll wake up at like noon or whatever.
Okay.
And then, you know, and then I'll eat a combination breakfast, lunch, dinner at like whatever, maybe 4 p.m. or something. And then maybe if I'm at home with my family, I might have another light dinner like 4 hours later. But
gotcha. Okay.
And then beers, of course. If I'm not working and it's not that 100 days, I'm always drinking beers.
So I have an interesting question because a lot of people really struggle to give things up. They struggle to give up like decadent food or a lot of like American fast food, or they struggle to give up alcohol. You seem like somebody who kind of moves back and forth between like a very healthy lifestyle and then a very unhealthy lifestyle.
Absolutely.
I wonder, how much do you notice when you move back into that unhealthy lifestyle, it affecting you?
A lot.
And when you notice that it affects you, what is it that makes you want to continue to do it?
It's just a craving, really. Like
you have those cravings.
Yeah, because if I'm in Thailand, even for anyone who's traveled for long periods of time, like I might be in Thailand for 3 months. I might be, on a rare occasion, I'm there for 6 months. But it's usually like 3 months, right?
Right.
3 to 4 months. So every day I'm eating very little rice, if any carbs at all. I'm eating fruit all the time. I'm eating lots of vegetables, a lot of fish, and a little bit of chicken. That's what I eat all the time. And they also eat smaller portions more throughout the day, like 4 times a day.
Right.
Instead of big, they don't eat anything big portions.
So they eat healthy.
They eat healthy. So I just have to eat that way. I don't have a choice, right? I don't have a choice because there's only like McDonald's over there and whatever. And one, I would just never go there when I'm over there.
Right.
And two, it's not the same as here, so it doesn't even taste good.
Right.
But the result of that is like being in prison because I'm like 4 months of fucking rice. And then I come to America and it's like double, triple cheeseburger, extra supersized meat, chocolate malt, motherfucker, curly fries. And I'm like, yeah, bring it on.
You're like in the land of abundance again.
And so I just eat it even if I'm not hungry. I'm like, fuck, I can't get that in Thailand, dude.
Interesting.
And every restaurant has their specialty, like, we got fucking poutine from Canada with cheese curds from Wisconsin that you can't get, and we got this imported beer. So I'm like, yeah, nom.
Right.
Like, so, I want to get all that stuff.
When you first get back here and you're like excited about all that, do you really feel like physical cravings for those foods, or do you feel like just excited?
Like a pregnant woman ready to rip somebody's fucking heart out.
Very interesting. So, and you on no level feel like, I actually feel really good and I kind of want to savor this feeling good.
No, man. I get like the first time I'm off the plane, I run for the greasiest shit I can get.
And then once you eat it, you're just like totally happy?
Would
you ever have any regret?
Well, yeah, physically, like when I'm here, when I go from Thailand to the States, the first like 2 weeks, it feels like I have sludge in my stomach.
Right.
Literally like just 5 pounds of goo, just like...
Right, like someone took a dump down your mouth hole.
Yeah, like someone did that, like human centipede, exactly.
I
Dump down your mouth hole.
Nobody believes it exists.
Yeah,
That's
so like
funny.
that. I feel like that. And then after 2 weeks, my body's like, oh, fuck, we're back in America. Cool.
Right.
And then I adjust, and then I'm back to eating that horrible lifestyle.
So to put it in hoBRO terms,
yeah.
Once you get back to the States,
yes,
and you've turned into a human centipede,
yeah.
you still are a human centipede after those 2 weeks. You've just managed to like tell yourself to ignore that fact.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So then you end up here where you are. So there's a lot.
I feel like this is like a therapy session. I have to pay extra for this, right?
This is actually, it is nutrition counseling.
See?
I know the science side of it all, but
cool.
Definitely have some education in the counseling aspect of it as well. And hopefully I can get you out of the dumpster and into a home because you lose some weight. No, I'm just kidding.
All my counselors have blue hair and are buff as fuck, by the way.
Okay, cool. So, how much would you say on a scale of 1 to 10 you're motivated to change your physique right now?
Right now, I'm super motivated. I mean, I'm still a hoBRO at heart, so I'm going to go with a 7.
Okay. And where is that motivation coming from? What is it that's making you want to change?
I think it's because, like, I've been in the States now for about 5 weeks, and it's such a drastic change. You know, like when I came here 5 weeks ago, I didn't have any gut. And now look at it. This is 5 weeks of work, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, but I'm not your, I say that, I don't know, you know better than me, but I feel like I'm not your average person in that I could super change anything either way in a minute. Like if I make my mind up, I can be like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna. That's how I could do 100 days without alcohol.
You have a lot of willpower.
I have a lot of willpower,
right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like you're an addict. A lot of people have like extreme food addictions.
Yeah.
And food is incredibly addictive and affects our hormones. And it's not just about willpower, but like once it's affecting your hormones and you start like craving things and needing to keep things in balance, it's impossible to break out of that.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like you're struggling with that much because you do flow so evenly back and forth between the two. So back to what you were saying. You said you've been here 5 weeks, and your motivation is coming from where?
Just the change in my body and like slowing down and like breathing heavier and having more weight and just not feeling, at a physical peak. So
mostly health.
Yeah, health. And plus I have history of stuff in my family like heart disease, diabetes, all that shit that puts me in the danger zone.
Right. Yeah. That is another question I was going to ask about your health history and your family's health history. Yeah,
my family, my mother had severe diabetes like when she was a teenager. She ended up dying of a massive heart attack at age 46, I believe.
Does that scare you?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have some theories on life, so it doesn't really scare me, but to me it's like we're all going to fucking go with something. I could walk out the door thing. But yeah, it's a concern, definitely. Like, it definitely concerns me. I should probably be more worried about it than I am.
Right.
And it's for my kids' sake. I have kids, so that's the main thing. Like, I want to be around for them.
Exactly.
Yeah. So definitely that concerns me. And then my family also has lots of heart disease. Like, I had an uncle and a cousin who died both in their 40s,
Right.
And that's on my father's side. So both sides have some heart disease issues in there. And I know that my blood pressure's high because I don't know. I haven't never got it checked in Thailand, so it's way different lifestyle there. It's chill, and I'm happy with my family. I'm not on a film set, so it's way different. But when I'm over here, it's definitely.
It would be really interesting for you to get it checked right when you get back to Thailand, and then right before you leave Thailand.
Yeah.
And then right when you get back to the States, right when you leave the States, and kind of keep a track record of that, and really see how things are affecting you.
Yeah.
In addition to other things that we can set up for you to track. What was I going to ask you about?
Is that thing still running? Is it?
Yeah, you got about 9 minutes left. A little over 9 minutes.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get started with taking your body fat measurements.
Yeah.
This is a lot for me to take in and sort of digest. I feel
no pun intended.
Usually what I do is I take this in, I kind of mull it over, and then I write up a plan and I email that to you.
Cool.
And then we can meet again and kind of go over it in detail.
We meet again.
So that I don't have to have like all the answers for you right now because that's sort of intimidating. Yeah. But I think you are aware that
So wait, before you continue, you're intimidated by my fatness and I'm intimidated by your muscles.
Yes, I'm intimidated by how you react to how I deliver bad news to you.
Yes.
I don't like making grown men cry. But it's good that you're happy and at peace with your life, and so there's not like this, impending doom, like fear of death. But it also is really important to realize, like, you're just eating your way closer to death, essentially, which is not good, and it's so hard in our culture because it gets like put in our faces 24/7, and the actual news about and the actual information about health and nutrition and wellness.
Can I say something about that? Because being a person that lives out of the country for long periods of time, I see how Americans, that's you motherfucking hobros, are totally programmed to like supersize Big Mac, pizza, Dorito 3D, bam, eat this shit now. Comes out Tuesday, like everything is like literally fed to you,
right,
like through the media, and people buy into this stuff, and it's like they make it an event, you know, like
exactly.
Arby's triple fucking roast beef Swiss and cheddar is coming out on May 13th. Mark your calendar because we're all gonna fucking go there and eat it.
Like, right, and it's sort of like it's so bizarre that our lives reduced to being excited that a really crappy like dog food burger is coming out.
Yeah,
like, don't you want more for yourself in life than that?
It's so true.
But because everyone's doing it, and it's just like how we've grown up, people don't even realize like how, you know, they just become one of the sheep, like following that.
Totally.
And it's almost, it is so hard to break out of that pack and actually take care of yourself, actually do what's right for yourself. And so I commend anybody that takes the first step to even just like pick up a book and read, or like, you know, watch hoBRO try to get skinny and be a hobo no mo.
Hobo no mo. Hashtag hobo no mo.
Like, you know, do even like a little something to try and take care of themselves better, because it's the hardest thing in the world to do. Because
I got something to add to that too. Like in America, the greasy fast food shitty food is the cheapest. So it's the go-to when you're like in a hurry, right?
Yeah, exactly.
In Thailand, it's the opposite, right? Because McDonald's is like imported, so it's like $10 for a burger.
Oh,
so you would rather eat the ramen noodles or the fish heads or whatever,
right?
Because it's like $1, right?
Right.
So they're not even motivated to go there. But here it's like people are in such a hurry, and it's like, oh, we'll just go to the drive-thru. I don't have time. We'll just go through the drive-thru.
And not even just speed. Like, don't even get me started on this subject, but perception of like what food should cost, because of like the fast food revolution and the processed food revolution that came in like the 50s and 60s and stuff like that. Our generations are now programmed to believe food should be a certain price. Yeah. And they don't realize like how many subsidies and government subsidies are behind all that to reduce the prices. Yeah. And they're like, well, I can't afford to eat real food. Well, you're just paying it out through the back end on taxes that are going back in to reduce the price of that food. Exactly. A. And B, food doesn't cost that much. And if this is the thing that keeps you alive, like you're willing to go spend like, you know, $20 on a movie, or, you know, $6 on a coffee, but you won't pay $5 for a carton of eggs that's going to last you 4 mornings, just because you are programmed to think that food should be cheap, that you don't want to take care of your own health. It's like we have it totally backwards because we've been programmed to believe. But I could go on and on about that. And
totally.
I don't know if that's what your fans want to listen to.
Well, I got one more thing to say on that. We did a show for a major studio. I won't say who it is because they're very powerful. But this studio, we did a healthy food show, right? And then they were going to take it to series and maybe do a movie and all that stuff. But you know what? They decided against it because at certain places that they own, whether they be attractions or theme parks or whatever, they sell unhealthy food. And they thought that it would reduce their sales so much that they decided it was counterproductive to do it, so they cut the whole show even though it was wildly popular.
That is ridiculous.
That really happened.
That's so sad. That's so sad. Anyways,
cool.
Let's get started on this.
All right, let's do it.
We're trying to be fun and lighthearted here, not depressing about the state of the world. All right. Okay, cool. I'm going to have you take your shirt off. You can write some numbers down.
I was afraid it was going to come to this.
Talk about depressing.
Alright.
She's a mighty gut, she is.
Is that what you're going to name her? You should just get a tattoo that says The Mighty Gut. Off the top,
Mighty.
Like in Old English. The Mighty.
The Mighty.
That would be awesome. Alright, cool. I'm going to take 4 measurements. Alright. I'll move this table forward a minute. Give me a little more room. There you go. Alright. I want you to just stand facing him. I'm going to walk around you.
Good luck, Alfred Hitchcock.
I really should have you take your pants off. That's what she said.
Now you got it.
Turn around to the back. Now you're going to have to pull your shirt up. And pull your pants down a little bit.